If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of a deal. But are you getting the deal and cash back? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love, savings, and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores like Levi's, Plow and Hearth, Adidas, Sephora, and Neiman Marcus. Stack sales on top of cash back and feel what it's like to know you're maximizing the savings. And it's easy to use. And you get your cash back sent to you through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app or go to Rakuten.com to start saving today. It's the most rewarding way to shop. That's Rakuten. Rakuten.com.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
It's podcast time. The Ben Herrera and Starlito Show. A Black River Studios podcast. Enjoy the show. It's podcast time. The Ben Herrera and Starlito Show. A Black River Studios podcast. Enjoy the show.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Ben Herrera and Starlito Show. Tonight we got Long Live Ant. What's going on? Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for showing up and being on the show tonight. And so tonight we have a very, very good topic in a way of both sides of the story, or both sides of, what we view it as. And so the thing is that when, a lot of people, and of course we all know, now who Charlie Kirk is. Just a little side bit from me. I've been following him for almost a year now. Not following him, but catching his videos, catching some of his podcasts, and just listening to what he had to say. And in the very beginning, when I first started listening to him, I did think he was an asshole. I thought he was a jerk. I thought he was like, who the heck does this guy think he is?
That's definitely what he come off as.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how I did view him in the very beginning. And so after a while, after I started listening and being like, wait a minute, he's actually making some good points here. And but the weird thing is it was before I heard anything about how people were saying he was coming off racist and, against women's rights and things like that. It was more towards whatever people were asking him, he just was answering. That's pretty much the way I viewed it as. And so I was just thinking, like, when he was shot, it came back to me of all those times that I was listening to him on his podcast with his guests and things kind of like this. with his guests and everything. And I'm thinking, man, I can't believe that somebody shot that guy for just because he spoke what he believed it. You know what I mean? But again, we have other viewpoints on that, and I'll pass it over to you so you can say a little bit of what you thought about it.
Well, first off, I want to say RIP to that man, and whether I dislike his views or not, that's still a person. That's still a human at the end of the day.
Right.
That's tragic for his kids, tragic for his wife. But I think my point of view on it was, because we all know, went many viral with the status that I made, basically saying, I don't give a fuck if Charlie is dead, right?
Yep.
From my viewpoint, I've been watching leaders of my same color be crucified and murdered for opinions.
Exactly.
So for me, it's kind of like not really an aha moment, but it's like, okay, now do y'all see? Can you finally see when it's happening to your own people that you like and that you share the same values? It's not so fun now, is it? Is we actually looking at the bigger picture, what's going on? Is it us against them, or is it us against us? And I don't really think it's us against us. They keep putting us against us by propaganda and putting false messages out there.
Right.
Everything that Charlie Kirk said, I don't all the way disagree with it. But when it comes to belittling my race, first of all, that I take very much pride in, and anybody of any race should take pride in their race. It's a cultural thing. I take pride in my culture. Right. I take pride in our achievements. For him to just diminish him at all costs at any time that he feel like it is a little upsetting. Right. But the thing is what's the most upsetting is for you to hide it your message behind Christianity. Don't throw stones and then hide your hand behind Christ. Stand on what you're saying, because you're offending black people, gay people, poor people, people that lives and shoes you will never walk in.
Right.
So I guess that's kind of where my mindset was at when I seen it.
Right. Seeing that, and seeing that was the thing too in the very beginning when I first started listening to him was, yeah, he was saying stuff like that. And I was always thinking too, like, who does this guy think he is? And it's almost like we didn't, okay, so for example, like one of the videos that I'll share here in a minute, yes, they're clips. They're clips of what he talked about, things that he was saying. And my point was, when I was posting things, was we all got to hear the whole story. You know what I mean? And I even said, like, I had a lot of people that, and like I said, I wasn't picking and choosing. It's just the way it was coming on my timeline. It was all black people, that videos they were posting of that were pissed off because he got shot. And I was like, how do people not see that? Like, he almost like, how are you going to sit here and say, not you personally, but how people are going to sit here and say, oh, he's racist, but look at all these people that are, pissed off because he was killed. And I'm going to say it, a majority of the videos that were popping up were all African Americans that were posting videos and were pissed off about it.
Now, can I explain why?
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe, because I can't speak for my entire race, but I can speak for me as a black man that's been living 36 years in America, right? So, at some point in time, we get tired. We get tired of seeing, and not to even say I don't like Trump, but people like Trump be able to come and spit in our face and just tell us that it's rain. We tired of that.
Right.
So it's like, and we getting tired of not being heard. It's like, okay, so just like how you said, how do you not see this? And then we asking the same question, like, how do you not see that? What do you mean black folks should go back to living under Jim Crow? Even though if you do your research,
exactly.
when Jim Crow was a thing, we sold to our own. We grew our own produce and everything else. So maybe we were, but finish the message. Don't just say it to where you're just going to leave it offensive, because then the message goes unheard.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I said, it can be some silver lining within some statements, because nobody like to look in the mirror. So like I said, some things that he said, we pointed out it was a harsh truth. Okay, we can admit that. But at the same time, when it comes to disrespecting the whole entire race, and when you say that you will hop off a plane if it's a black pilot, okay, if they only showing the clips, make it your business to show the whole clip then.
Exactly. See, and when I did watch that entire thing, and you know, because honestly, I could not find that. I don't know what the deal was. I tried to find those videos, like the whole whatever clip they got that out of, and because with other people, and there was a woman that was posting on that one that I posted when I had all the guys' faces on it.
Oh yeah, well, Martin Luther King and everybody.
Yeah. And the reason why I posted that had nothing to do with, how can I say it, like
the civil rights movement.
Right, it had nothing to do with that. It was the fact that we know Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, JFK, all died for telling the truth and speaking their opinion and saying this is what we need to do.
Now you know why. Now how we can be upset is because all of those people, even down to JFK, those people are accoladed. Those people went to school. This man dropped out of college in first semester, first year. Those people took the bruises and the cuts, and they did their 10,000 hours. Therefore, their opinion is a little bit more valuable. And none of those people that you put him with was perpetuating segregation, even to our fault as a black people. You know what I mean? They were still preaching togetherness.
Right.
Even in Malcolm X's speech, or what some would call rhetoric, it was still a togetherness within it. This man, to me, from what I see, he don't display nothing but separation, and we already separated enough. Now he's separating. Now this situation, I feel like, is separating people within their own groups.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's true. Let's go ahead and play that video real quick, and then I gotta actually switch to. One moment, let me switch monitors. Okay, here we go. So I'll go ahead and play that so people can hear it. All right, let me play this video real quick, guys, and then we'll come.
See if I can go live. I ain't never been live ever.
Black men, women, and children were killed in violent lynch mobs.
That's your explanation, but I get
Racial terror permeated American culture for hundreds of years.
Black America is
You don't
worse
think
than it has been
that
in the last
affected
80 years.
the generation?
Okay, so do what? Oh yeah, go ahead. All right, so hold on, I gotta hear it again because I forgot what he said.
My fault.
No, you're good. Oh, okay. So here's the thing, and I thought about this too, kind of not like exactly like that, but it always made me think, like, because I, as a person, as a human in this country, okay, I'm going to read some comments in a minute from other people.
Okay.
So, as a Hispanic, my dad's white, my mom's Hispanic. You know, growing up in Holland, Dutch community at the, back in the 80s and 90s, we weren't all treated the same as the white people.
Okay.
I'm going to say it. It's true. We all know that.
No.
We've been called names, Beaner, Spigs. You know what I mean? We get it on that standpoint. When it comes to slavery, yeah, of course. None of us went through that. None of us went through that because...
Including us.
Yeah. And that's what I've been trying to tell people. I was like, I'm not saying forget about it. I'm not saying, hey, you know what? That was 400 years ago. You weren't there. Why are you talking about it? Yeah, it's history. It happened. We know that. But what I was saying from my view was, I want you to prosper. I want you to do better. Because I even told Malik that, like, dude, we want everyone to succeed.
Now, let me explain this a little bit, right? Put some context to what you just said.
Okay.
Now, if we all running the same race, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the beginning of that finish line, we all have the equal starting point, right? Now, would it be fair for me to hold you back like this for 500 years of that race, right? Mm-hmm. And then tell you, hey, man, catch up.
That's a good one.
So you have to...
I like that one.
Evaluate that. Like, we not crying and bitching. Most of us is out here making it how we need to make it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But it's kind of a slap in our face when you see our friends and people you got a genuine love for, and you like, so bro, so you just basically gonna say fuck my entire heritage, right? So it's like, fuck your entire heritage? Should that be that?
Right.
I can't be that because that's not even in me to do, but it saddens me to see that one of my friends or people that I love or people that I look up to can just look over the flight as a whole race. Right. We can go into the Watergate and how they drop crack in the guns in the communities. We can do all of that.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Right?
Yeah.
But most people is going to turn a blind eye to that.
Yeah.
But we do know one thing, that we was held back at the starting line for 500 years. So give us a little grace, is all I be saying.
And that's true. And the way you put that, 100% respect that, dude, because it would be like very, almost like you're doing a math test and you're like, okay, whoever gets done first wins.
Yeah.
You know? And no matter who it is, whoever got done first was the best. And it's like...
But they told you got to wait 500 minutes before you can even start. And you may be the smartest person in the class.
Exactly. See, and that's the thing. And that's what I've been... See, looking at it like that, too, is a way of where we can all agree on that, literally on that analogy.
Yeah.
You know? And because there are people out here that are either going to agree to disagree. I mean, no matter what we say, no matter how we all look at things, it's going to be a topic that somebody's going to be like, I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Exactly.
And mostly because most people ain't knowledgeable of it. Mm-hmm. If we think about it like this, right? Let's just say me, as a black man, I wasn't taught to say cracker.
Right.
That never came up into my vocabulary until I was called a nigger.
Really?
So, but the thing is if me and you the same age, and I was never taught to say cracker, but to say nigger, then that means that was put into your knowledge.
Right. Oh, yeah, I get it.
Feel me?
Yep.
So the things that other people was being taught outside of the racism, you getting taught things that help propel you in life.
Exactly.
We not getting taught those things in our neighborhoods that was put in place by those same people that's being taught to say nigger.
Right. Exactly.
So now you being taught to be the CEO of said company, but you've been taught your whole life that I'm a piece of shit and you don't even know me.
Right.
So now this cycle just going to keep going until somebody on that side of the fight tells the truth and say, hey, we've been some fucked up people for a long time. This probably need to stop here.
Right.
And like I explained to you earlier, it's like if we fighting and somebody holding me back and you still swinging on me, how is that fair?
Exactly. So that on that topic, let me read some comments. So we got first let's say hi to Santos Alfaro. We got Harvey Green Bay. We got Punky. We got Lazy Loke, Junior Miller, Matt Gibson, Michelle. What's going on, Michelle? We got Lazy Loke. We got Dakota. Don. What's going on, Don?
Hey.
We got Ashley. What's going on? So here's the thing, everybody. So whoever's just tuning in, I'm a peacemaker. I want everybody to be able to say, you know what, enough's enough. You know, we all got to stand together. We all got to unite. We all got to be the ones that get it started, because you know we all had that. You know, we had the BLM movement. We had, you know, the civil rights movement. We had, you know, basically anything in between that was like, it was almost like an up and down thing. When we thought it was good, and then something else happened.
Yeah.
We thought it was good, and then something else happened.
Yep.
You know, and it's like, when are we going to stay on that straight line? You know,
when is we gonna stop letting them
exactly? That's what
think
I'm saying.
that
exactly.
is us against us?
Exactly.
That's the biggest thing, because even if you middle class, I know a lot of black middle class people too, but those same middle class people in the same situation will look down upon, because that's just what's normal.
Right.
But I'm not against you. Every time you see me, I'm not trying to steal your wallet.
Right.
That's a small percentage. Stop putting everybody in that same category unless you want the same done up on you. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So once we figure out that it's not us against us, it's us against them, because it is something bigger than us.
It is.
Every race, especially black and brown.
Exactly. I agree. Let's read some comments real quick. So we have Junior Miller, who commented, Christianity, how many people worship when only thing you did was hold us down? Going to these churches that they don't teach us who we really are. That's true. Because there are a lot of them out there that only teach certain things that they want people to know.
That they want you to know.
So I get that part. That's really true. Junior, that's cool. I wish you were here too, man. And he says, I love this topic. I wish I was there. And then he says, they killed him because he knew starting on the truth. That's just like how when Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. I don't know how he wrote that. That was weird.
Because he knew starting on the truth. Basically comparing them to those. Same thing you did, basically.
Okay.
Not a bad thing to do, but...
Well, you know, and like I said, it wasn't like, and I even told the other, at the end of Miss Cookie, I told her, I was like, look, I wasn't trying to start anything. I wasn't trying to bash anybody. I wasn't saying he was better than them. I said, all I stated was he got shot because he was stating what he believed in. You know, yeah, he may have came out racist just because of the way he was wording things, but it's almost like, okay, like earlier I was talking to my wife. It's like if somebody walked up to you and had asked you a question and said, hey, well, what do you think about this? And you straight up said, oh, I don't like that. It's ugly.
Now we fight.
Yeah.
Because I don't like what you said.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
That shouldn't be the answer.
Exactly.
But at the same time, the difference is if let's just say kind of to compare it on black crime. let's just say I'm talking about my brother and I'm telling you how my brother is a piece of shit. You may not be able to say that my brother is a piece of shit too, because you know why? That's my brother.
Right. Exactly.
You don't get to come and disrespect my brother and you are outsider. Exactly. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, for me, I think that the context of what everything that he almost perpetuated was separation. Mm-hmm. And that's really the only thing that I disagree with. I don't care really too much about nobody's views. Believe in what you need to believe in to keep you going in this world. You know what I mean? But for you to bash somebody because of what they are over some shit that you don't even know. You don't know what a Buddhist does every morning. Why is you talking shit about what a Buddhist do every morning? You never even...
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And as far as the comparison with the MLK and the Malcolm X, it's just that those men, they gave their life for an actual purpose.
Right.
I don't know what this man's purpose was. What was his actual purpose? Because it just seemed like he was answering questions and disrespecting people at the same time. It was like he was covering shit and sugar.
Right.
And a lot of times, sorry for being long with it, but a lot of times
that was the whole point of this, was to get some
insight. But a lot of times, what he was saying, it's like, because I follow a guy named Charleston White. I don't know if you know who that is. Charleston White. So you might want to do some research on him.
Yeah.
But he'll say real harsh things, but it's some truth in them that you got to look at, and then it make you start to say, damn, maybe, well, he ain't lying, but the way he's saying it, I don't really like it.
Right.
But it's easier to take that from a person that look like me.
Right.
Now, if you saying the same harsh realities and you don't even look at me, nor is you giving me a solution, you just talking shit about me.
Right.
That's really all you doing.
Right. Yeah.
When you more than likely grew up not having to deal with none of the flight that I've had to. I've literally been skinheads. I don't know if you heard about that. I've literally been chased by skinheads as a 7-year-old kid. I didn't do nothing wrong to these white guys.
Yeah.
I'm getting chased literally in a truck. Walking down the street, I'm just getting called a nigger for no reason. These is real activities that most people don't never have to live through.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
exactly.
We can't compare a Charlie Kirk to a Malcolm X when these people actually went through things. They went through getting all the knowledge that it took to obtain the voice that they had. You know what I mean? So I feel like Charlie Kirk had a popular voice because he had a popular podcast. Right. And he basically went on all the topics that all the politicians was talking about and kind of just like piggybacked on each one.
Yeah. Right. That too. Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely something that because I remember there was a video and I can't find it because it's one of those ones that when you're scrolling and then you never see it again. And so I was watching one where this black guy asked him, "Well, what do you think about us getting reparations?" And he goes, "No." He goes, "Why would you get it when you weren't even involved?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Your ancestors should get it, not you." And he was like, "But those are my family members." He's like, "Yeah, but it's like if I was in your shoes and I was born in 1978, why would I have nothing to do with what happened 35, 40 years
You know what? You know how that would make sense? If a Carnegie wasn't still eating off the backs of slaves. If your whole foundation was built off the backs of slaves and you get to propel based on the work that your people did, right?
Yeah.
Why is it not the same for us?
There you go. And saying that's what I was looking at it because I was like, I get what he's saying. Because it'd be the same if it was, a Hispanic guy saying, "Oh well, we want California back," or Mexican guy or whatever it is, and be like, "Dude, that happened like 500 years ago. What are you doing? Why are you still mad about that?" I get where you're coming from with that because you'd be like, "Wait a minute, I get what you're saying now."
Yeah, because it wasn't your toy to take.
Exactly.
You just looked at it as a toy, but you took my toy and that shit hurt me for 50 years.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? But also, like to go back into that subject, that goes back into the 500-year jump start. None of my people couldn't even read. It was illegal for us to read.
Yes. Yep. I read that. I heard about that too. Because, and you know, and it's like I told Malik too. I said, you know, dude, I get where I get it. I know because I can hear it in his voice.
Yeah.
And I could feel it. Like, and I wanted to tell him, I'm like, dude, I want you to be able to, and when I say this, I don't mean forget about it. I said, but I want you to get past it and grow from it. And when I said that, and when I say that, I'm like, as a Hispanic male, my family's Chippewa Indian, Native American, and so we got tribes up in Wisconsin. That's pretty much where we were from.
Okay.
And so I get it because it's like in a standpoint of, okay, yeah, they gave us some of our land back, but you know, it was still taken from us. You know, as
and it's still
from, you know,
and the key word is taken.
exactly.
And then the thing is let's be clear.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us was here already.
Mm-hmm.
If we doing real history,
Right.
some of us are natives to this land.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it wasn't just Indians that was just taken apart, but they got their reparations.
Right.
It's like for me, it's hard to not look at it like, okay, well maybe you want to keep the foot on our neck because you feel like we'll do to y'all what y'all did to us if we ever had that head start. But
Right.
we've shown and proved that we got way more humanity and humility than was propagated on the news and the podcast and all of these things.
Right.
It's not us funding these drill rappers and the things that's propagated to that most people are just decent people.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody not a drill rapper.
Right.
But if you see that one person and then you peg everybody else out to be the same thing,
Right.
okay, well, let me ask you this. What are you doing to help and why are you not holding the people accountable that's funding this?
I agree. Let's get some more questions out there. We got Miller Inc. Miller Inc. says, when they learned the truth, that's when they killed Martin Luther King, or killed them like Martin Luther King. I don't know what he said right here. That kind of looks like he messed up his word, but a lot of people don't know that Martin Luther King was still alive when he got shot. They suffocated him
They made sure they finished the job
with a
on him.
pillow.
And
I
those
did
are
not know
facts. He died from suffocation.
That's the only thing.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
I never heard. Never knew that.
And those come from CIA files.
You know what? Okay. And that could be, too, people, why a lot of those were hidden files. Because they just, like they did the JFK investigation again. Like they reopened. Actually, no, they did reopen the Martin Luther King ones, too. Because I remember them talking about all those files that never really got investigated. Because
So if they had the files, what you think they did to our history?
Probably burned it.
It's non-existent. But don't you think that history will help us propel ourselves to where everybody else is?
Agreed. I agree. And that's and that was one of the biggest things that where I was trying to come at was, and with the whole Charlie Kirk thing was, as again, the reason why I posted a lot of the things was like, look, he is in some way, telling some harsh reality truths. Like some people needed to hear it. Some people got pissed off about it. Maybe it helped somebody. Maybe it didn't. I don't know.
Like, let's play the clip where he was saying about the black fathers.
Oh, yeah. Is that the one on your messenger?
Yeah, I sent it to your messenger. And like I said, even in this clip, maybe some of it can be the truth, but who are you to just shit on it like that and you not doing nothing to help?
Exactly. Where the heck did it go? I went too far. Was it this one?
No. No, it's that one right there. No, that's not the one. Go down again.
Oh, that's the last one.
That's the last one.
Oh, here, let me play it. See what it is.
Yeah, let's see. Oh no, that's the one where he was calling somebody a chink and disrespecting all type of black people.
Watch that one. Why isn't it? Oh.
And that's the one where he was calling the innocent people of the Central Park 5 scumbags because they was questioning why they was getting stopped by the police.
Oh, yep, I did watch it. Why is this not? Download.
Okay, it could be that one.
Oh, somebody deleted it. That was not available. Where is it? Alright, I'll just play this.
Oh, my phone over here, I'm tripping. This the one where he was saying somebody should die and it should be televised by Coca-Cola. Just making a joke out of the whole shit, like, but it's not funny when you are the example.
Should be informative, should be quick, it should be televised. It should be public, and I'm not kidding. It should be televised. You could force the government to watch it. You could have like brought to you by Coca-Cola, and no, I'm not kidding. Public executions on certain people. No, but think about it. I think that, and you guys should laugh. It should be public. It should be quick. It should be televised. You could force the government to watch it. You could have like brought to you by Coca-Cola, and no, I'm not kidding.
See how he made fun of it?
Yeah.
And now you the example. What you mean public execution?
Yeah, that's...
Like, why is people standing behind a person that's talking like that? Why do people need to be publicly executed when we've had plenty public executions?
Right.
And they all seem to look like me.
I don't know what the heck all this. Okay, so let's go to questions. We got Lala Diana. She says, I feel the way he said came out of offensive, but what he meant by it was different. He wanted the black community to get up and do better because he knew they had it in them. Which is fine. Which it could have came off like that, but maybe it was the way he worded it.
Say the whole entire message. Don't just stop at, oh, y'all ain't shit, y'all lazy and poor, and all your black fathers not staying at home. Don't stop there.
Right.
Let me hear your entire message, or otherwise, you coming off offensive.
Who's Frederick Douglass?
Frederick Douglass is he actual martyr, Arthur, actual civil rights.
Because that's what Joey.
Who? What did he say? Wow, he talking shit. Yeah, but Frederick Douglass.
I was like, wait a minute, who the heck is that?
No,
I know who Joey is.
That was an actual martyr.
Joey.
Joe. That was an actual martyr. That was a person that actually stood for something. You know what I mean? Things that we still abide by to this day.
Okay.
But yeah, but like I said, because before it turned into a black and white thing, if we gonna say what the truth is, because a lot of people keep saying, oh, this the truth. That he's just telling the truth. Okay, so is this your truth?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that black people should go back into slavery? Do you think that all that people that's gay, they a piece of shit and they should go into concentration camps? Do you believe that everybody that's broken can't support themselves, shouldn't receive food stamps, even though this is a constitutional right? These things are like
right. No, and that's a good way to look at it too, because it's like we as humans, we as Americans that live here and were born here, have the rights to state or have the rights to grow, be what we want to be, do what we want to do, and that's the way I always looked at it. Was like, we grew up 70s, 80s, and 90s, and it's like, well, for example, like I posted a thing about growing up here in Holland. You're from Grand Rapids, right?
Nope, I'm from Holland.
Oh, you're from Holland. Oh, I thought you lived in Grand Rapids.
I was born in Muskegon, but I'm technically from Holland. Yeah,
okay. That's what I thought. It was something like that. But it was like I was sitting there and I posted something about we grew up with different races, different friends. And to grow up and be, because I'm 46, I just turned 46. And
congratulations.
And it's like, back in those days, I didn't give a crap what color skin you have. I still don't.
Yeah.
I mean, we were all friends. We were all like, I was friends with pretty much any race you can, that whoever lived here at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what happened. It's
and
like,
because what's crazy is people always forget like that one time that Theo, or not to disrespect the language, or Abuela, or refer or didn't allow me in the house. It was for a reason. You thinking that it's just, but you probably didn't notice that the white friends got to come over. It was only me that didn't get to come over. And this is a true experience. That's why I can speak on it.
Right.
Most of the people that is blind to color, they don't notice most things until they get 46 or 47. Like, oh, damn, I didn't even know that.
Right.
So that's why I be feeling like that the floor for dialogue should be open, especially from white people. I be feeling like they should be the first people to listen, because you can't think you possibly know everything about me.
Right. Exactly.
You can't possibly know everything that I've been through, and you've never lived. That's like me telling you how to be a Native American or Hispanic man.
Right.
Wow, I never ever lived that day.
Exactly.
But there's so many people that are gang up and tell us that we wrong for feeling how we feel or acting how we act, but they not taking no accountability on themselves. We still haven't spoke on the fact that this man that killed Charlie Kirk, that's being held as a martyr, got to walk away scot-free. Well, not scot-free, but without a hair touched on his head. And you got a person like George Floyd that all he did was try to do, well, not all he did, because it's still a crime, but he tried to buy something with a fake $10 bill. Does that deserve?
No, it didn't.
A knee on the neck?
Exactly.
Or do the person that killed Charlie Kirk deserve a knee on the neck? I would think that he deserved worse. So why is we keep picking and choosing when we outraged by things, but then we want to question when we hurt? How you gonna question when we hurt and y'all picking and choosing? But the thing is, it's like, and then just to piggyback off that, he was sitting up there talking about gang violence and shifting most of the crime in America on gang violence, when he had a dude that's in a gamer gang that shot him and he was white.
Exactly. So back to that George Floyd thing. Now, because I went to the march, I went to the that gathering that was at Collin Park, and I 100% thought to myself, like, hell no, he didn't deserve that. I don't even care if he slapped a cop in the face. He still didn't kill anybody.
Oh, the fucked up part is you 1% of like your entire. It's like 1 out of every 5 people that look like you that think like that. And that's the unfortunate part. But you know how the percentage of us that show love is probably every 3-4 out of 5.
Exactly.
We don't come with hate. We never do. You know, one thing that I kept being disturbed by hearing is people kept saying like, "Oh, y'all celebrating his death." No, I'm not celebrating his death. I never once said that I'm happy that he's dead. I said I don't give a fuck that he's dead. Yeah. Now you making me celebrate it because now you going on to, now I'm a black monkey, now I'm everything. How the hell did we get this?
Exactly.
You just said that you wasn't racist or he wasn't racist, but now you racist and you agreeing with racist views. So how should I look at you now?
Exactly. See, and that's the thing too. And I did a giggle for a second because of what Joey just said.
Joey,
dude, I'm gonna get you back, man.
Let me get him out. Let's go. This bitch cut down.
Yeah, watch that chair because that'll slide back. But no, he said Ben was a slave owner back in the day. No, I wasn't.
How
was I?
It's funny as hell. You ain't got like no kickstand over here?
You know what?
A kickstand?
Oh, you know what?
My man.
So, also, he said,
Just
ask Val who he cracked Maya Angelo
what he
or
said?
Rosa. I have no idea what he's doing.
Who that? Joey still talking?
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, man, this nigga Joey on the dumb shit. Go the fuck on, Joe, man. Hey, Kazoo, what's happening, brother? Tap in, fool. Put something out there.
What up, Moyo? We got Matt Newhouse, we got Sandra Medusa. What's going on, Lady Medusa? Going on, Jacob Trevino, Katrina Perez.
Y'all can hear me? Hold on.
Yeah, I can hear everybody. I don't know what's going on.
I'm saying they couldn't hear me. Yeah, this is my first time going live, so I don't really know.
Oh, yeah, I can hear everybody on here. I can hear everybody talking. I mean,
somebody tell me if y'all can hear me now.
That's weird because I'm live on that too, and I can hear both of us talking. But yeah, I mean, you know, here's my. Oh wait, actually, let me. What Lala? Oh, hold on one second.
Trying to stop playing the victim.
I thought
having a conversation about that, and that's what I'm saying. Yep, you're exactly right, bro. Hey, somebody tell me if that y'all can hear me now. But yeah, like my man said, I think a lot of white people run from the uncomfortable conversation that need to be had. And that's why I like this floor for the dialogue. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we might still leave out of here not agreeing from everything, but we gonna leave here and learn something.
And you know, I did learn something tonight because I did a few things, but I did not know about that part about Martin Luther King. I never heard that before. And that's one of the things they were hiding from us.
Yeah, but so shit, it's a lot of things that even things that we don't like about him.
Right.
You know what I mean? He admitted the day that he died that he put us ran us into a burning bush by perpetuating the not the segregation but the togetherness because we was better off on our own.
Right. Exactly.
The time that we started trying to be like everybody else, pressing our hair and all of that shit to be accepted, that's when we lost. But at the same time, we can't take away the fact of all the events that took place before that. The Tulsa, Oklahoma, I don't know if you know about that. Black Wall Street, where we was all flirting.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Shit, we had our own everything. They literally killed everybody. You had the National Guard come in and kill these people that was to create no problems for nobody.
Yeah, I did hear
Now
about
tell
that.
me as a black man how I'm supposed to look at that, or a person like Charlie Kirk that's actually perpetuating that message.
See, I did actually. Malik's actually the one that told me about that, and to me, to be able to,
Appreciate you, Lala.
you know, things like that. You know, the Emmett Till situation back in what was it, 1930s, 1920s, something like that, 40s. For something like that, for the woman to lie about it and then cause that young guy to be killed for no reason, it pissed me off when I heard about that story.
That's an actual thing, though.
Yeah.
So just imagine how many people, and just to piggyback off that, we got HBCUs that's had to be shut down and getting threatened. Mm-hmm. And not one black person had nothing to do with none of this.
Okay.
8 of them. Why? Why is the blame so quick to be placed on us?
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people use this as an excuse. And honestly, I have said it once only because it was a certain thing we were talking about and I brought it up. Now, everybody back when Obama was elected, everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people were saying, there, now you got your black president. Now stop crying. You know what I mean? I've heard people say that on Facebook back in, the early days of Facebook. Still, yeah. And it made me think, you know what? I'm happy that happened. You know what? Because I'm going to be honest, back in the day when we were watching Fresh Prince, which, by the way, don't tell anybody, but I love Queen Latifah.
That's definitely a good.
No, my wife makes fun of me about that. But, but I was watching Fresh Prince one night, and there was a topic that they were talking about. I don't know if you remember that episode when they were arrested and thrown in jail.
Carlton.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And back in the day, even at that time frame, I was thinking, it sucks that people are almost like pulled aside when it comes to stuff like that.
But the thing is that's because like a lot of people don't understand. A lot of our shows was even extinguished because of the truth that it was telling.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we not strangers to people being unalived and assassinated for telling the truth.
Yeah.
All we saying is, now do you see what we saying?
Exactly.
Cause not to cut you off,
no, you're good.
But that could be your truth, right? But what Malcolm X was speaking was my truth.
Right.
Yep. He got killed for it. Mm-hmm. But you know what? What happened? People to this day still say, oh, well, why do Martin Luther King got a day? He didn't make enough difference to have a day? Exactly. But y'all building statues for fucking a podcaster?
Oh, yeah.
They putting this man up in football stadiums. People that say they don't even get into politics, and this man not even a politician. He don't sit nowhere in the office. Why in the hell is we holding this man up with an average ass opinion that everybody else got?
Right.
He is not no martyr. He is not no prophet.
Yeah.
He just saying shit that everybody else believe in or disagree in. He ain't went to no school for his opinion to matter about shit.
Right. I think what it was too was, like I was saying earlier, was he was saying a lot of things that people were thinking and was afraid to tell the truth. And to me, yeah, I get it. Yeah, of course, he don't deserve a statue. I tell you that right now. Because
he didn't deserve to die either. Now, put that out there.
That too. Yeah. Of course. I mean, nobody, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, JFK, none of them deserve to die for what they believed in. And I'm going to put that out there because I've been saying that for years. And so, Martin Luther King obviously deserves a day. Martin Luther King, probably a lot more than that. Like, Martin Luther King does deserve a street named after him. You know, a school or whatever it is. You know, so it's like, oh wait, Joey said, what up?
He's talking about Malcolm X and beat your ass.
Wait, what did you say? Ben, how much did you pay for your first black helper or whatever, dude? Oh.
This nigga trolling, man. Hold on.
I just saw that right now. I was like, what the heck is he talking
But
about?
let's go back to the topic, though.
But yeah. Oh, and then he said they beat the sleeves off Emmett for no reason.
For no fucking reason. And even
for
with
a lie.
And even with the joke. And guess what happened to the woman that told the lie?
She lived till she was like 80-something years old. I think she
So-
just passed away.
So his family don't deserve reparation?
Oh, hell yeah, they do. That part, here's the thing. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. But because of what happened to him, they definitely do.
His
know what I mean?
family
Like,
deserve a lot of
more than
respect
that.
and a lot of
Exactly.
apology. But the thing is a lot of people of this time especially will think that we making excuses. We playing the victim and all of that shit. If you go to work tomorrow and you go to a factory, you see black folks in there too.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
We're not just out here sitting on our ass.
It's actually-
We making shit happen too.
Exactly.
But we just trying to explain to people that give us some grace. Just how we give everybody else grace. Everybody here that's in America has eaten off the backs of my ancestors.
Right.
Literally to this day. Even the immigrants, for the legal immigrants that's here now.
Right.
The Civil Rights Act is what allowed them to even be here.
There you go. And that part is very 100% true. And I
But
actually...
those same, and not to cut you off, but those same people will look at us like we garbage.
Exactly.
And that's not right.
Well, here's the thing, and because I work at... I'm not going to say where I work, but I work at a local retailer. And so I actually did a small test without anybody knowing about it. I was saying hello to pretty much everybody I walked past. And I'm not even saying this because I knew the topic tonight, but I'm not saying it because of who it was, but I'm going to tell the 100% truth. The only ones that actually responded was all the black people that walked in.
And not to put us
I
on,
literally did high five to 3 of them.
yeah.
And every single one of them said, hey, how you
With a
One of them actually-
welcoming smile.
Exactly. And that's what I was just going to say. One of them actually is the one that came to me and said, hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah.
But
No,
you know
I'm
how-
good, man. I'm good.
If I walk into a room of 15 white people, it's probably one that's going to be cool enough to say, and I can't put my own statistics on things, but I've been in enough rooms to know there's certain restaurants that sometimes I had to grow out of this.
Right.
Certain restaurants that I wouldn't even go to because as soon as I go in, I know everybody clutching a purse and not knowing
Right.
I'm the person that'll help you unlock your door. I'm the person that'll carry your groceries.
Yeah.
But you pegged me just all off the color of my skin.
Right.
So us, human race, the only way we going to move forward is if first one side has to stop swinging.
Exactly. There you go. That's exactly what
And after that, we have to have a conversation about why we fighting. And the real uncomfortable conversation that's going to be had. And then even if we don't even get to the apology stage, at least we all understand what's going on here. Then we can focus on the actual mission.
Right.
That's us versus them.
Exactly.
It's not us versus us. It's not brown versus brown. It's not white even plus white. I know people that grew up in the same hood as I grew up in, and they look white as hell.
Right. Exactly. I mean,
I still respect them and love them. They come to my mama's house for a bowl of food right now.
there you go.
But the chances of that happening, if I was the only black kid raised in the white, that's not happening.
Right. Exactly.
So let's change that first. Let's start treating everybody like equal. Even if economically we not equal, let's just start treating everybody like equals.
Exactly.
If I say hi to you, it's no reason you don't need to say hi to me back.
Exactly.
You don't need to scowl your face at me because I'm a different color. I don't need to automatically think you're a pedophile because you are of a certain race or a rapist or a drug dealer or a... Let me give you some basic common decency. Say hey. Keep on moving with my day.
Exactly. I want to actually put out a great friend. Her name is Certified Washington. That's not her real name, but that's her Facebook name. But she's I'll show you her picture so that way you'll know who I'm talking. Let me click on it. This is her right here. Uno momento, everybody. Uno momento. Of course, I'm trying to find her pictures. But what I'm saying is that me and her... Oh, right here.
Okay, nope, I don't know her.
But she actually does photography, and she's freaking awesome at it. And she messaged me saying that she feels people keep looking over her, who she like, what she does. And I said, I'm gonna be honest with you. You need to advertise yourself. You need to put yourself out there. You want to get noticed. You got to put some of your work out there.
Definitely got to put the work in.
And she's freaking awesome when it comes to photography. She's done some great pictures. She did me and my wife's pictures.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sharing this shit.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Yeah. Certified Washington. Look her up. She does some great pictures. She's really good. She's good at what she does. She details like and have them done quick. And so I'm like, and that's the thing. What I've been trying to tell people too is that, like I said last night before I went to bed, or what I posted was, and I've always felt this way. I've always been this way since as long as I can remember. I never looked at people as the color of their skin. I never did, never have, and I never will. I look at people as people. I mean, we're all human. We're all in here once. What's the point of arguing with each other? What's the point of hating each other?
Yeah.
And
that's a fact.
To me, it's like, you trip and fall, I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to help you up. And I hope people do that the same for me, because that's the way it should be.
How many people going to think like you, though, is the question.
Right. Exactly.
Or the people that actually thinking like you, are they going to perpetuate that message to their people?
Like, keep it going.
Keep it going.
Right.
Because you got to think, these CEOs of these companies or these owners and managers and all of these people that's in control of the hiring process.
Right.
Some of these people was taught ill. So if you can't do nothing else in this world, at least teach your children right. And
right. Exactly.
Teach the people that surround you that's sitting there just basically saying, you cool with your white brother saying nigger with the hard ER. Why you good with that, but then you say you my friend?
Right.
How can we coexist like that?
Exactly.
The people that think like you and believe like you, they need to hold those people accountable when they see it.
Right.
But you know how the only way you can hold it accountable is if you even know that it's happening.
Exactly.
So first, let's stop being oblivious to the shit. Let's stop acting like it didn't happen. Let's stop acting like slavery wasn't a thing, because it was. Right. And even on my own people, we don't use it to hold us back. But the thing is it is a thing. There's certain jobs we can't get because of color of our skin, or we got to work 10 times as hard. And that is a fact.
It's true.
So let's not distinguish those actual facts. But at the same time, let's have a real conversation.
Yeah.
Hold yourself accountable, black man. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to continue to be
what it is
that they pegging you as.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or what the stereotype as, or even them holding you back. You can break them chains.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Exactly.
You don't gotta be there, but at the same time, let's white people not forget that there is actual change. Allow us time to unlock the motherfuckers.
Exactly.
There's a lot of shit that we gotta unlock. A lot of things that was taught to y'all that wasn't taught to us, and probably still gonna take us 20 years to catch up to it.
That's true. Hopefully not, but you never know, because it's like there's a lot, and that's what I was going to say earlier too, is that there are people that, okay, so somebody had messaged me saying, how are we going to get past this if it keeps getting brought up? And we're like, and I had to question. I'm like, what do you mean? He said, like, well, racism, period.
Yeah.
How are we going to get past this if we keep bringing it up? Like, and I said, I agree 100%, and that's what I'm trying to do here. Is like,
but the thing is that ideology only actual work in a relationship where one person wants love, like both parties loved each other.
Yeah.
When we met this group of people,
right,
they hated us off top. So it's easy for, if I love you, we can let some shit go, right?
Right.
But if you came with hating your heart off top, why the fuck I gotta let it go?
Exactly.
You came and punched me. So how I react to you punching me, you can't dictate.
Exactly.
Now what you could do, if you really care about us, like you say you do, and help me get some therapy. Put these children in therapy where you cause trauma. You know you caused trauma for these kids.
Right.
Why is they paying for therapy?
Exactly.
It's certain things that generational, that some of these people that I know, they never going to be able to afford that.
Right.
Why we not afforded the same chance, the same playing field? Why is we never looked at even equal on a personal level? But you can come and watch us play basketball. You can come and watch us play football. You can we exceed in all the shit that perpetuates shit that don't matter.
Yep.
But why is you not perpetuating that black doctor?
That's crazy that you just
black
said that.
lawyer.
I was just going to say that. I was literally going to say that. I remember watching a video about this KKK guy. And they asked him, this was back like in the 90s. They asked him, well, what do you think of Michael Jordan? Oh, well, Michael, he's good. He's cool.
Yeah, for a black guy.
Okay, yeah, because he's a basketball player and he's famous. Because you know who he is.
Otherwise,
you know
his black ass, you'd be looking at him just like
exactly. That's exactly what I thought was. But if he was a cashier or something, you wouldn't look at him at all. You would look at him differently.
You would think he'd steal your car.
Exactly. There you go.
But because he Michael Jordan, and don't get me wrong, he put in the work to be Michael Jordan.
Exactly.
But the thing is him being a great basketball player does nothing for. What's that?
You know what you mean?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now,
I had to throw that out there.
Conversation, because we gonna say LeBron is definitely the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? But
that's for a different show.
Yeah. Well, but at the same time, you know, him being a great basketball player don't do nothing for my community except for take from it. Because we buying them shoes, we dying over them shoes in my neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Michael Jordan being the best player don't do nothing. Why is we not being taught who the lawyers are? Let's praise those people.
Right.
Let's put them on a high pedestal when they graduate and get their masters and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't give a damn about a damn Michael Jordan or LeBron, really, because the thing is this is what our kids is being taught.
Mm-hmm.
Either you sell rock or you got a wicked jump shot, and that's just not true.
Exactly. That's true. That you know, it's like, it's almost like okay, for example, we use the Black Panther movie, or this Stranger Things. You know, that movie Black Panther was a badass movie. I think
Amazing.
it was an awesome ass movie. You know, and somebody had posted what celebrity death hurt you the most. You know, more
I seen
recently.
somebody say Chadwick Boseman for sure.
That was me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I said Chadwick Boseman because, and Matthew Perry from Friends.
Oh, yeah.
I said those are the ones that hurt me the most because they were the ones that were either starting their career, like getting really big, or had a big show and that's all he was known for the most. And he didn't get to do anything else to change that view of him.
Yeah.
And he didn't get to live long enough to do more movies that he could have even excelled higher than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's what hurt me, was because he was freaking awesome in that fucking movie.
Almost definitely. But then you'll get the, this is the thing, like, and not to keep taking it back to race, but you'll get people that are, why did they get a Black Panther?
Oh, right.
Like, why is that even a question? Oh, if we came up with White Panther, it'd be a problem. Like, what?
It's like, why would you need that though?
Why is this even a conversation?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like still the separation and just the obliviousness of
Just
the whole shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just
happen.
people acting like what isn't true is true, and then the things that's a lie, you look at it and you call it the truth, and that's not right, because a lot of those lies that people stand on affects us still. Laws getting passed. It's an Asian hate bill. Don't hit Asian.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I did.
What the fuck? Why didn't we never have that?
Yeah.
They literally was lynching us. Why is it not a don't kill a black person for no fucking reason bill?
Okay. That right there proves the fact that what the hell is going on with
It's
our
us
government.
against them.
Exactly.
That's what that proves.
Let's go ahead and say something real quick. Now, normally, to me, it's like when it comes to, and everybody knows who we're talking about, when it comes to them, why are we listening to them? I've said this before. Why are we even allowing them to control who we are as Americans, a human race? And it's like how everybody says, "Oh, something's going to happen to distract us again."
Mm-hmm.
And because I always thought they do that. Yeah, of course they're going to do that to throw us off.
That's the actual thing, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Propaganda.
Exactly. So to me, it's like, because in the very beginning, when the whole Charlie Kirk, when he first got shot, and the day after, I literally first thought, of course.
So what is they hiding?
Exactly. I was gonna say, is this another distraction?
Yeah.
Is this another thing that we have to like sit back and look and be like,
or is
what
it
else
a
is
message?
That too.
Y'all shut the fuck up with all of these truths
Mm-hmm.
that y'all believe in. If it ain't our truth,
Mm-hmm.
then shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
And I guess that's our point. Y'all got somebody finally that's on y'all of skin scale, I guess.
Yeah.
And he done finally got gunned down for his opinions.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So see how that feels now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So and that's a good way to look at it too, is because I get like I said, and a lot of the things that I watched of his, like I said, I agreed with, because I was like, when it comes to certain things, for example, I have nothing against gay people. I have nothing against, lesbians or however you want to look at it. I don't care. It's not.
I don't.
It's not like it's not like I'm saying, be gone. Live your life how you want to live. You don't have to tell me about it. I don't have to see it on TV all the time.
But at the same time, it is truth.
Yeah.
To, okay, that just say I'll bring it back to us.
Yeah.
Okay, it is a shortage of fathers in my neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool, right? So what are you, as an outsider, going to do about what's going on in my house?
Right.
If you're not doing nothing about what's going on in my house, then you probably need to shut the fuck up.
I get that.
Or not put your opinion out there to where it's matter of factly.
Mm-hmm.
Because what you're doing is you just speaking on your own opinion. Right. Now, what you did was made opinion by the person that didn't, quite frankly, agree with your opinion.
Right. See, and that's the thing too, is because, and that part right there is because I grew up without my dad here too, which is, I don't know if I told you this, but this is actually my childhood home.
Wow.
This used to be one of our bedrooms.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Shit like that.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have a bunch of grandmas and grandpas and papas passing out houses.
Yeah.
Because the systematic bullshit that took place made sure of that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's a whole nother conversation, but that's the uncomfortable conversation that white people don't want to have.
Yeah.
That's an actual thing. We was getting redlined and held back on purpose.
Exactly.
So let's have that conversation, white people, black people, brown people. Let's understand that we all equal out in this motherfucker because we all human. And we can't keep running from what the inevitable is if we keep going down this road. It's gonna be race wars. It's gonna be
exactly
everybody against everybody at some point.
I'm gonna read something from somebody that sent me this that makes so much sense, and it's almost like what we just said. Like, are we gonna be mad at you when for something that you're doing if I'm doing the same thing? So he says, what I find hilarious? He goes, people want blacks to forget about slavery and their ancestors, but Mexicans keep bringing up how California was once Mexico. And he goes, and whites keep bringing up the Holocaust and Hitler. When does it stop?
So we suppose exactly. That's exactly my point. Mm-hmm. And so we supposed to just forget about the simple fact that all of these things took place, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you say something about it, and this man doesn't even say something about Jews,
right?
Nothing happened to him. Dave Chappelle say something about a Jew. It's World War III.
Yeah, exactly. That's still.
You know what I mean?
Yep. That's
so if we gonna keep pointing fingers like we all Spider-Man or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ain't shit gonna be done.
I agree.
It comes to a point to where everybody gotta hold each other accountable for their own actions. Just like I was telling you earlier off air. Apologies go a long way. Person ain't even necessarily looking for you to make right what you did wrong.
Exactly.
But an apology can help us go forward. You can't just slap me and then you see me the next day and then we gonna bump fists. No, you just slap me, dude.
That's exactly.
So let's start there. Not on and even and before people say, "Oh yeah, well you wasn't in slavery," blah blah blah, right? If my child does something wrong to you, guess what? I'm gonna apologize on his behalf. If my son does you wrong, I'm gonna apologize on my behalf. Anybody that's close to me do something wrong that I felt was wrong, I'm gonna apologize on their behalf.
Right.
So let's stop acting like this is not a this is a us taking victim thing. It's a people don't want to take accountability thing.
Right. Exactly. So I mean that's 100%. Like I mean, the way you put that is like, okay, for example, I mean, I kind of don't want to say it like this because I don't want to put my son on blast, but I'm going to. He was late for school the other day, and I got a text message, stating, hey, he was late. He had to sit in the office for 1 hour, or, until his next class. And I said, okay, I apologize. That won't happen again. Mm-hmm. Instead of having him go in there, you need to apologize for what you did. You were late for school, but I did it for him. You know what I mean? And it's like, I get that. I get what you're saying on that.
Because
exactly.
It's still a stance of accountability.
Yeah.
Because if you actually care, you want this to be resolved.
Mm-hmm.
Let's stop acting like we wanted racism and stuff to be resolved when you study pouring gasoline on a fire. What you mean stop mentioning it? You study pouring gasoline on a fire that I'm trying to get out of.
There you go. So, and that was the biggest thing too, because I mean, I'm gonna admit, I've said that before, where I brought up, like, why do they keep bringing up slavery if it happened 400 years ago? None of us were there.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
None of us were even thought of. And then it's like, when you put it that way, it makes me look at it like, I get what you mean.
Why should a Rockefeller benefit off what Rockefeller did, John D. Rockefeller did 400 years ago? Mm-hmm. Why?
Exactly.
Why shouldn't she share her wealth with everybody else did?
Exactly.
No, because her family did that.
Mm-hmm.
So your family should take accountability for the life that was lost and the people that was raped and the kids that were separated from their family that are probably never ever, people's last names that was taken away, heritage that was stolen, history that was stolen and buried. Right. Why shouldn't you be held accountable for that? And we all said, we just watched during COVID, y'all dished out trillions of dollars.
Right. Oh, yeah, for unemployment.
Trillions of dollars. So you cannot tell me you don't have it.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Actually, not to get off the topic, but actually just, I don't know if it's true or not, but I just got a message from, I think it was Fox 17, stating that, I forgot what the actual amount was, but they said people are going to have to start paying that back. And I was like, I actually got paid from that. but
that's the way of America, though. They go throw you in the monkey wrench. Yeah. But the thing is that's why people need to stop acting like that. It's just each person fight. No, we fighting against them, because if you not rich, bro, you feeling this shit too. Eggs is $13 for you too.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That actually pissed me off.
Daycare is expensive as shit for you too.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck that you white. You're gonna pay that price. But the thing is you may be in a better position because of the privilege that you have. Let's not act like that don't exist. You know what I mean? To pay that. Some mothers don't have that. If I'm living in subsidized houses and I live in the projects and my granny lived in the projects and my mama was raised in the projects, not saying that, hey, you shouldn't get up off your ass and do better, but that was a system that was put in place to have that like that. So if you're going to say something about it, then do something about it.
Exactly.
Like the mayor in Atlanta like to say, what the fuck you going to do about it? Right. What the fuck is you going to do about it? You going to complain? Or what you going to do about it?
See, and that's the thing too, is with me, a lot of the reasons too why I was posting a lot of the Charlie Kirk videos and, you know, messages of things that people were putting out was because I felt like it's almost like they're trying to shut everybody up because everybody in this country has a right to their freedom, their opinions, a right to their, you know, their thoughts, their beliefs, you know. And my view on it was, I don't care who you are, you have a right to speak how you want and where you want, and if you believe it or not. That doesn't mean you kill somebody for it. And it goes, and
I
again,
agree.
that's why I did the whole picture with all their faces on it, was just because of that reason. Not who they were and what they did. It was because of how they died.
The actual subject.
Yeah. And so, and it's like, I know a lot of people thought I was comparing him to them, but, you know, deep down inside, they killed a man because whether people liked him or not, he still was a human being. He still was a father. He was a dad. Excuse me, a husband. You know, a brother, an uncle, a cousin, whatever it was. You know, and I get a lot of people that, you know, either were, even if they were celebrating, even if they weren't, or the way they were wording it. You know, we have to still look at it as, we as people, we as humans, need to stop looking at each other like that, because stuff like this happens, you know. And it's like stuff like Martin Luther King happens, Malcolm X, JFK. They want better for certain communities, certain people, but there's other sides that are like, we're not going to allow that.
Because
and that's why they got killed.
Not from them communities.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, I guess to say this, to put it all in a nutshell, is we didn't start this fight.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't ask to be here. Every other race that's here, they came here for opportunity. We didn't come to America because America just fucking had great food.
Right.
We didn't come to America to see the culture. We was brought here, or we was already here. And everything that was placed upon us was placed upon us. I don't get to have a Cinco de Mayo or any, because I don't know my history. My history was erased. My calendar was erased.
Right.
My grace was erased. Those people is not taught about in our schools ever.
Right.
We get 30 days to learn about our people, but then we get another school year, maybe 7 months, 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay, we learn about my people 1 month, and then all the other, I'm whitewashed with everybody else that was great. So I'm supposed to want to be like George Washington. No, I don't look shit like George Washington.
Yeah, exactly. Same here.
Where's my inspiration supposed to come from?
Exactly.
But now you got a white kid that's in the same class as me that probably don't have no hatred in his heart, but this is what he's seeing. I'm greater than everybody else.
Right. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
What it was stuck.
That's what's stuck in his head 6 months out of the year. And now you got a person, you think he giving a fuck about George Washington Carver?
Right.
He don't give a shit because he learning about.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Somebody that has nothing to do with that.
Not even shit that don't got nothing to do with that, but shit that about people that they not even telling the truth about.
Oh yeah, that was actually the other thing I was talking about earlier was, you know, I think it was, I don't remember who I said this to, but I said it's crazy that growing up, went to school, and so much things that we didn't know about is now coming out.
Yeah.
You know, like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
And
that's why, and a lot of people not understanding that's why the fuck they actually killed the man. Now, this my conspiracy theory shit of it all.
Hey,
right?
Misty.
Freedom of speech ain't free. Not in America. So now you rousing up people that we done put in place. You must die too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Them people don't give a fuck about your color. Once you get to rallying up motherfuckers that's going against shit that we done put in play, boy, your ass is grass. And that's been from the JFKs to the MOKs to the Fred Hamptons and so on and so forth.
Right. See, and that's the thing too, is like, that made it, because to me, it's like, I looked at it as, yeah, you know, he's going campus to campus, but what people didn't realize is that, Josh the Saint says, everything in the darkness will come to light. And, I mean, that's true. I mean, because in a way, is for me to help the situation was to help unite people, was a big thing, was to, because I even actually contacted my church, was like, how do we get to where we can all meet up somewhere and just pray with each other? As no, I don't care who they are, they're invited. And he was like,
go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say, he said, that's good, but we have to organize it because we all got to agree on a spot for one thing, obviously. But I said, well, let's get together and figure something out.
Nah, you think about it like that, right? On a small scale, even thinking about the spot. Right. Everybody here is involved. It's Christians, right? Mm-hmm. So even with the picking up the spot, it's gonna be some people like, oh man, he always wanted to pick that spot. Oh man, fuck that place and all of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's always it's always gonna be disagreement, even within groups. But one common thing that we all need to agree on is that we all humans and we all deserve the same respect.
Exactly.
Again, R.I.P. to Charlie Kirk. He was a human being, but at the same time, leave a mark on this earth that's progressive. Leave a seed. Don't leave a cactus plant. Ain't shit coming out of that. You feel me? Exactly. And what you did was you raised the cactus plant until you was picked.
Yep.
And it could be anybody with a positive message. It could be a person telling you to eat healthy. It could be a person that's telling you that you can run gasoline off certain type of water.
Right.
They will kill you.
Yeah.
If your message don't align with theirs.
Exactly.
So now, with y'all being able to see that they will even kill motherfuckers that look like you, if your message don't align up with theirs.
Exactly.
Can we get on one page and have one message?
Exactly.
Have one understanding, and then we can move.
Exactly, and that's why that was one of the big reasons too was, you know, same thing with Misty. Misty said 100%. Josh says nobody's deaths should be celebrated regardless of their views or beliefs.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is if you're going to call me a nigger because I don't care about him dying, then absolutely I'm going to say, hey, fuck him 3 times.
Right. And that's the thing is a lot of people were doing that were doing that. I wasn't sitting there like, oh, you're stupid, you're an asshole, you're stupid.
That's what I was saying, fueling this shit.
Right. And I was saying almost like agreeing to disagree. You know, I was almost like, okay, well then give me your reason why you think he should have died. You know? And people were like, oh, because he was racist, he was against women's rights and things like that.
But
it was
if
like,
you go back in your comments, I guarantee nobody agreed that he should die.
Right. Well,
I guarantee you that they placed his views
on the reason.
That was placed on the table before, hey, yeah, I'm glad he did. I'm glad a motherfucker know. Most people, about 75%, 80% of us were saying, we just don't care.
Right.
Why? And now we're running in circles, but it's because of the people that we've had to watch die. Right. So now that we all on the level playing field, as we see, how do we move forward? How do we stop acting like you better than me and I'm better than him? You had a person that you held up to high regards and his ass was smoked on television, something he perpetuated himself.
So
He literally put that energy out there.
you know, and I'm gonna be honest. A lot of the things, because I was seeing people saying that they're surprised that didn't happen long time ago when he was first saying all those other stuff in those previous videos that we saw. You know, because obviously those are obvious older ones, but yeah. But I do remember watching a video of this lady that was speaking, saying basically the same thing we're saying tonight. Like, you know, instead of us hating the man, why don't we go off of some of the good things that he said? And I was like, then she was talking about some of the good things, like stuff that he didn't believe in was like abortion. To me, if somebody's raped or if the baby or the mother's dying, that's where you're like,
Yeah, we
where
gotta
do you go from there?
but now, so okay, so to take it there, this the same man that said he would make his daughter do full-term pregnancy if she was raped.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
How do you agree with that? Now, my thing is on certain people. If I don't know you to be level-headed, I'm going to question you as a person, because why do you believe in that?
Right.
How is you getting behind a man? That's like me. I would never get behind a man that believes in touching kids or fucking over kids in any type of way. Exactly. I'm never getting behind them. I'm never getting behind nothing that propels the extinguishment of my race.
Right.
I'm never getting behind. So it's certain shit that I'm just never getting behind. How can you ignore all the bullshit, and because he said one or two truths, how are we still holding this man in high regards? Because in a shitty...
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
In a very offensive way, he told a couple of truths.
Yeah. That part what you just said about his daughter, I did hear that. I heard that video. That part, yeah, that was the part that I was like, yeah, he took it too far on that one. But then I'm thinking to myself, when it came to like a lot of the things that he was saying, like even in those clips, you know, I have to go back to it, because we have to also look at it too of, well, what were they talking before that? Why did that topic even come up?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, I get like some people are looking like just going off of that one clip and thinking he's like the worst man in America. But how do we know what they were talking about before that? Of why he was bringing that up? You know, it could have been something that they just didn't put out there because of they knew it would have backed it up or something like that. You know what I mean?
But also, I've seen more people calling the people that agreed with his death or celebrated it or didn't give a fuck about it. I've seen more people calling on that side, calling people disgusting, immoral, just pegging people for their opinions.
Right.
But you empathize for a man that don't believe in empathy.
Right.
You empathizing for this man that literally spewed this rhetoric nonstop. How? I think that's my question. Yeah. How do I look at a person or a friend that resonates with the bullshit that he said, because we can't act like that don't exist.
Right.
Okay, you might have said my mom was pretty and she keep a good house and she cook good food, but you called her a bitch. So all of that shit you just said don't even matter. You just called my mom a bitch. So now we don't even give a fuck about the other 3 okay things you did. Why is you saying this? Let's stick here. Why is you doing that?
Exactly. See, and that's the thing too, is like, I get that part. And I get that, you know, a lot of people, you know, can sit there and say, hey, you know, I like your car, but your tires are, I don't like the rims on it. The wheels, why did you choose that? You know? And so it's like, it's almost like, it's like he ruined his reputation when the things that he said like that. But when you look at it too, people can say something and, you know, later apologize for it, you know, and be like, okay.
And now he don't even get the chance to apologize because the thing is he put the bullet in that gun that shot him.
Right.
That man, whoever this person of this gamer gang, this person was literally in a game of gamers.
Right.
And he took his time to scribe notes on these bullets. How fucking pissed can you make a person to make him? And again, it wasn't us who did it.
Right.
Even though he was the most offensive to us, it wasn't us who did it.
Right.
But now, while in the middle of you trying to shift the blame on black people and gang violence, you get shot by a white man.
Oh, and that was the other thing too, was Josh says MLK said it, to only light can drive out darkness. If the world keeps with the negativity, that's the way it will go. And he said the world is trying to shut down anyone talking about Christ, which is true.
That could be true too.
And that's the thing. That's the thing too, is that here's where I was thinking too. Was,
and not to cut you off, but this nation was built on Christ.
There you go.
And now just ask yourself, why all of a sudden is this a thing now? Is it because it goes against trans things or things that people don't agree with now? Why is Christianity being extinguished now?
Exactly what I was just going to say.
Because we used to say a pledge allegiance to the flag and all of that stuff. Well, why we don't do that no?
I just saw a school starting to do that. I just saw a video about that today. But what I was going to say was when it comes to the way that we view him was, okay, so say I drive your car and I crash it. And I came to you and like, hey man, I'm sorry, I crashed your car. Here's some money to go fix it. You know, with what he was saying before, what people took as offensive or racist or whatever it was against a certain group of people, and then also throwing Christ out there into the mix was his way of saying, I'm not perfect. I'm not going to be talking about one topic all the time because ain't nobody going to come hear the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, and at the same time, I feel like it was a way to put some validity to what he felt like he was saying. If we going off the Bible and then you going off of something like, you hate gays or you hate black people, what shit? Is that Christianity?
Right, exactly.
That's what you preaching. You preaching separation.
Exactly.
So what's Christ like in that? So now you got people that may even question that now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Why is you so gung-ho to put that in every one of your speeches? If we're going to talk the truth, let's talk the truth. If you're going to talk the truth about black people, let's talk the truth about white people too.
Right.
Now, if he'd have started telling truths about white people, he'd have probably been dead sooner.
Oh, yeah, for sure. See, and that's the thing too, is because they don't want their truth out. And so that was where I thought he was getting at and was getting to that point, and then they found out, because apparently there's a chat. I guess the FBI is looking for certain group of people that were posting things about him.
Yeah, but it was a whole. That's why I keep saying it was a gang. I got the name of it, but I'm on live. But I got the name of it. It's actually a gamer gang.
Yeah,
That they've been doing this for about a year now.
right.
Against this dude and going against him, and it just so happened to be one of the members just got tired of it because I think he was switching over to be what he believed he should be, and he was just tired of hearing the shit, you know.
And that's it for tonight's episode. Hope you enjoyed.
You got to think about the LGBT community. That movement is fairly new.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think black people have been having movements for 100 years.
Yeah,
And not one time has a black person shot somebody that was speaking against them.
right.
But somehow black people are still catching the backlash of this. Hence the eight HBCUs that was threatened.
Right.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And the thing is like, oh, sorry, I pushed the wrong button when I was switching cameras. But so to me, it's like I look at it too as like we got to continue to press the situation of when it comes to each other, because I mean, yeah, again, like Charlie Kirk said it himself too, in plenty of videos of, look, I'm not perfect, and none of us are, but it's like, okay, well then, I get where he was coming from on some of the stuff that he was doing.
Me too.
Trying to get some points across, but to me, it's like, okay, well, you got to do it a certain way. But I think what he was doing was, depending on whatever the topic
You
was.
didn't put enough sugar on my shit sandwich for me to eat it.
Right.
That's for me.
Right.
I guess that's what it is for me. You didn't put enough seasoning on that shit for me to digest it. You know what I'm saying? Which basically I'm saying you didn't put more context into what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
For me to be able to digest it the way that you wanted me to. I can't take that you saying that you feel like we should go back to China. Well, fuck you then.
Right. Yeah.
You call my mama a bitch, fuck you.
Right.
You basically saying fuck my whole race. So if it's fuck my whole race, then it's automatically fuck you. And at some point in time, just because I'm level-headed, I had to go back and watch the full clips just so I could know what it is I was actually talking about.
Right.
But just off first glance, I'm going to be automatically fuck you. Now, what if that man had a bunch of jewels that I needed to obtain within those conversations?
Right.
But you think being an asshole, and that's what's going to spark your interest and the interest of others, so you go that route, and that route got you with a bullet in your neck. When you could have been a little bit, you could have displayed a little bit more humility for mankind, period. Everybody. Right. Everybody that you was naming, you could show, you a white man, you never went to no Holocaust.
Right. See, and that's the thing too, was about what I was saying earlier, and I agreed with that statement, was because I even thought about that a while back, because I mentioned about Juneteenth. I said, but if they're, wait, how was it? Okay. If slavery's done, then why are we celebrating a holiday that was talking about it?
That was still talking about it. And the thing is, and then you got to think like, okay,
which is
for
fine.
me being level headed, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to take a break because I got to use the bathroom. But
you're good.
Me, as being a black man, it's like, why not? Why shouldn't the whole year be about us when we built America?
Right.
We shouldn't even have to subject ourselves to 1 month. It should be all year. We should be getting way more thanks than we do than that we even looking for.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because if we being honest and we doing our history and we doing our research, we would know that this whole USA, the corporation of it, was built on the backs of us.
Yeah. All right, let me, oh, yeah. Actually, let me put it on a commercial that's like 3 minutes long.
Southside Cuts, located at 375 Columbia Avenue, right here in Holland. They are open weekly from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call them at 616-836-7502 to book your next appointment. If your business is looking to become a sponsor, Don't hesitate to call us for more information at 616-405-0542 or 616-850-4819.
Oops, wrong camera. Hey, what's up, everybody? We are taking a little break, bathroom break. Well, he is. So yeah, definitely something to think about. You know, we all look at it as a way of, this is a time to heal now. This is a time to be able to look at each other and be like, how are we still fighting each other? You know, how are we still not agreeing with each other? And we can all agree to disagree, and that's how it should work. Because not everybody's going to agree on everything. Not everybody's going to sit there and be like, you know what? I see what you mean. Nobody does that unless it's pleasing to them, because that's pretty much how it is. And we got to look at it like everybody's allowed their opinions. Everybody's allowed to voice their beliefs, their thoughts, because if we don't, then what's the point? So, yeah, I mean, I look at it like that, because I that's the way, that was the reason why I was posting a lot of the things I was posting was, I think everybody's entitled to their opinion. And so, I mean, to me, it's like, why not? Why can't we do that? So, just let's think about that. Hey, Bill, how you doing? Sorry, I just saw your name. For some reason, our stuff was freezing, acting up tonight. But I don't know. I just look at it as we, as the human race, as, you know, we all live in Holland. We all, you know, we all get to live here, like the mayor says. You know, we all get to live here, and we need to appreciate one another. We need to love one another and be able to agree to disagree. I mean, it's that simple. You know, I love everybody. I love that everybody could sit there and joke around with each other, have fun, hang out, chill. You know, and not everything has to come to an argument. You know, not everything has to come to, I mean, we could all agree that Michael Jordan's the GOAT, but not everybody's going to say that. I mean, it's simple. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just the way I was looking at it. But yeah. All right. Love you. But yeah, I mean,
Get on this thing, man.
oh, it fell. But yeah, I mean, I can look at it as
views all weekend.
What's that?
I know, I'm talking to my live.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Viewer, fuck yeah.
So I feel that, you know, I think we got some good points across. Some. Yes, I'm live.
Can you check the dryer for your...
Yes, I'm live. Sorry about that. So I think we got some good points across, some good views, views. Well, views, I guess you could say. And things that I learned, things that I didn't know, you know, and I mean, and that's what we do. That's what we do. We teach each other. We need to teach each other, you know, what needs to be said, and what, if somebody doesn't know something, let them know, teach them, say, you know what, hey, but did you know this, you know? And what somebody had said earlier about MLK, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was still alive after he was shot. You know, and that's what you call a learning experience. That's what we all got to do is learn from each other. You know, and you know, it's like we're all going to have our beliefs, we're all going to have our opinions, our thoughts, and we could all still be friends. We could all still be brothers and sisters, you know, and it doesn't need to be where we hate each other. It doesn't need to be that way. And so that's the way I look at it.
Well,
So,
and another episode of Disagree to Disagree.
yeah, exactly.
Play it, but no, everything you just said, though, I pretty much subscribe to, man. It is basically approaching things with an open mind, man, and not just like so much narrow, because we all out here together. You know what I mean? We don't gotta know shit about each other.
Right.
But if we all in this one room together, and there's 5 of us, and this where we live at, then at some point in time, we're going to have to learn how to cohabitate with each other, you feel me? And it's like we all on this one earth, but we're going to have to eventually find a way to cohabitate with each other. If not, it's just going to keep picking us off and keep playing with us and keep using their tools to keep doing the same things they've been doing to us, and we're going to stay in the blind.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because like we discussed today, it's certain things that I didn't know and wouldn't know had we not had this conversation.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so it's like everybody is not dumb, everybody not morons, everybody not niggers or crackers or speaks or whatever have you.
Right.
To describe a certain person, some people are just ignorant to the fact. And ignorant not meaning as you dumb, ignorant just meaning you don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's some things you just not going to know.
Exactly.
And you have to have the open-mindedness if you want to live on this earth in some type of tranquility, some type of togetherness. It's definitely not going to be looking in the past to where we was. But it's definitely not going to be reminding us of in our future we will be forever what our past was.
Right.
Because we're not that.
Right.
We wasn't even that then. They made us that. And we still succeed to this day. Give us our credit. Give us our flowers. We was held back for so long, but we still succeed. You know what I mean? So it's like the blame game could be put into play. But let's just call it having a little humanity to each other and seeing where you hurt. I can't look at your pain and say, "Oh man, nigga, that shit don't hurt that much. I stubbed my toe one time."
Right.
Like, motherfucker, my arm got chopped off.
Right.
How you equaling a stubbed toe to what I went through? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But neither am I asking you to give me sympathy for my cut off arm either.
Right. Yeah.
But you're not going to keep picking on me about my cut off arm, though.
Right.
Because now I'm offended. Leave my fucking arm alone.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if we can start to learn and look at oneself first, let's look in the mirror, have that harsh conversation.
Right.
And then 2, let's stop running from the actual truth and the uncomfortability of having uncomfortable conversations.
Right.
And 3, let's learn how to apologize when wrong.
Exactly. 100% on all of that, because, like I said, like I was telling them earlier, you know, I had a conversation with a really good friend the other night and apologized. You know, and
Chris, what up, boy?
so, I mean, that's what we got to do.
What up, though?
That's what we have to do. Because if we don't, it's just going to stay there lingering. And like I said, a lot of the Charlie Kirk stuff was more based on it opened my eyes up.
I was going to say it was a complete eye opener for the whole entire America, because a lot of people thought this man was a politician until they figured out that this man was a regular ass man, and this can happen to you too.
Exactly.
With your radical opinions. Now, just let's say you want to hop on that Charlie chain, and the next person that you do have to encounter is black and is tired of your bullshit.
Actually, I just found out there's a guy. I think he's in Texas. I just saw him on Facebook. I mean, yeah, it was Facebook.
Sure, my baby.
I don't mean to cut you off on that one, but
no, you good. I'm just telling other people.
Oh no, that they actually is going to start doing the same thing of what Charlie Kirk was doing, and then he's already got three schools he's going to in Texas, and he said the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing he was doing. I'm going to keep him what he was doing.
But you heard what he said. He's going to go to school. Go get the knowledge on what it is you talking about first. Don't just become a YouTuber and then just get to pointing fingers. Half of the shit you talking about, you don't even know what the fuck you talking about.
Right.
You just got a popular platform and he rage baiting people. Of course, if I'm gay and you say fuck gay people, then I'm like, fuck you. Right. But now I'm tuning into what the fuck you saying. So I can, because the hate gonna come faster than the love is every time.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna always have more people that hate you than love you. But now the hate is propelling you, because now you went from 500 viewers to 2,000 viewers, and 1,500 of the people that's watching you hate you.
Exactly. See, and that was
so don't perpetuate the hate,
right,
for viewers and for your agenda.
See, I think his mission,
was too, my baby.
What he was talking about this other guy. I didn't even catch his name though, but
which one?
It was a black guy. It was the one in Texas, the one I said is going to other schools, and I didn't catch his name because he did like a quick ass video. He's like, I'm coming to Texas. I'm going to here. And he's just like, yo, when I finished what Charlie Kirk started, I'm like, what are you doing? You didn't even tell me what you were doing. You just said go to these schools. And it was like, to me, it was like, what did I just watch? What the heck was that?
If you're going to do that, make the message clear.
Exactly. And that's what I was
Make
thinking.
the message clear of what he's saying, because everything that he was saying ain't wrong. Right. It's not 100% wrong. And like I said, it's unfortunate that he got killed for his opinion. Right. But unfortunately, your opinion, if you slap me, you can't tell me how to react to you slapping me. You cannot. You shouldn't have slapped me in the first place.
Right.
But it's up to me to be a decent human being to give you that grace.
Right.
So I'd be like, hey man, why you do that? What's going on with you?
Exactly.
But I don't have to though.
Right.
But if I'm a person that likes to, stay level headed, then I'm gonna ask you, hey man, what happened there? Why you did that to me?
Why you hit me for?
But if I shoot you, you can't. I mean, you shot.
Yeah.
Because you slapped me, you can't say, "Hey, gauge how I react to you. Right. To you punishing me or paining me."
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Said though. Oh shoot! Oh, shit, my phone just died.
Yeah, so was mine actually.
That was a dope ass conversation, though, man. I really appreciate that, and I hope to see y'all again.
Oh yeah, for
soon,
sure.
man. Appreciate you being.
Yes, for sure, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Love that level-headed conversation,
yeah, sure.
Joe.
Oh yeah.
Black. Yeah, coming to the next one.
Yep. All right, well, let's go ahead and call it a night because both our phones are dying, so we can't really look at our phones anymore. But it was an honor to have you on, man. Finally got you on. We've been discussing with each other, trying to figure out a time frame, and we finally were able to do this. And whatever message you guys got out of this, I hope it was a positive one. Whether you agreed or disagreed with anything that we were saying, again, we all are entitled to our opinions, our what do you call it, beliefs. But in the end, we all got to treat each other, like he said earlier, with respect, dignity, and give everybody a chance.
Yep.
Because just because you see somebody, actually, I was going to tell you this real quick before you log off. I asked this lady one time. Actually, Miss Cookie. I asked her this one time because she mentioned it actually. She goes, "Do you ever get a situation where you're, like, say you're walking down the street, and for her it was you see a white guy and you cross the street, and you felt bad about it because you didn't do it on purpose?" And I said, "I actually just did that the other day." We were walking over down the street from here, and this guy, well, this black guy, he was walking, but where we always cross the street, came up to that point,
He was
and it
crossing.
looked like I was crossing.
Yeah, because he was.
He was walking towards us, and I was like, "Oh my God, I hope that he didn't think it's because he was black."
And it's crazy that we even gotta think like that. But the fucked up part is I see the wrong group of black folks coming down the street, I'll probably cross the street too. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we're not gonna act like, you know what I mean, some of these things don't stand to be the truth, but let's find out why these things are happening. And let's find some solutions to why these things are happening. A lot of these things is based on trauma. Even thinking that it's based on trauma from somebody's end. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, man, again, man, it was an honor to be on here, man, on the Ben Show, man.
Appreciate it.
I hope y'all enjoyed.
Yep. I'm sorry for the slow connection, but I think it's because everybody's online tonight. No, I'm just kidding. But we want to thank you. We appreciate you all joining in, commenting. You know, again, if you have a topic or something you want to throw out there, let us know, and we can discuss it. I mean, it's great for us to be able to do this. This is why I created this show, was for anybody that wants to have a voice, anybody that wants to get out here, talk about whatever it is, anything that's bothering you, anything that you feel people need to know. So, again, thank you for being on. I appreciate you.
And yeah, Joey Cho, all that fucking trolling, man. Put an album out, nigga.
I know, but nothing you said on here though. Keep that somewhere else. But yeah. All right, everybody have a good night, and we will see you. Actually, I won't be on tomorrow night.
All love, huh?
I won't be on tomorrow night because I'll be in Detroit at a Tigers game.
Okay.
Wednesday night I should be back on. So.
Okay. All right.
Everybody have a good night.
Yes, sir. Good night.
And that's it for tonight's episode. Hope you enjoyed. The Ben Herrera and Starlito Show. A Black River Studios podcast. Thanks for watching.
Trying to lose weight? It's time to try Hers. At forhers.com/4u, you can access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss treatments tailored just for you. These include oral medication kits or compounded GLP-1 injections. Through Hers, pricing for oral medication kits start at just $69 a month for a 10-month plan when paid in full upfront. No hidden fees, no membership fees. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Hers brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that put your goals first. Reach your weight loss goals with help through Hers. Get started at forhers.com/4u to access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss plans. That's forhers.com/4u, forhers.com/4u. Paid for by Hims and Hers Health. Weight loss by Hers is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions at forhers.com apply.